It's late 1803, and the village of Hammersmith, just outside of London, has a ghost problem. People are being attacked near the churchyard after dark. A wagon driver carrying 16 passengers abandons his horses and ran when the ghost appeared in the road. A pregnant woman was seized and pressed into the ghost's arms until she fainted. Neighbors found her on the ground hours later. She reportedly took to her bed and never got up again. A man named Thomas Groom was walking through the churchyard with his hands in his pockets. Something grabbed him by the throat from behind a tombstone, and he spun around. When he struck out with his fist, there was nothing there. The ghost is described as very tall, dressed in white, sometimes wearing a calfskin suit with horns and large glass eyes. The whole village is terrified. Armed citizen patrols start walking the streets at night. Then we get to the night of January 3rd, 1804. A 29-year-old excise officer named Francis Smith is out on patrol with a loaded shotgun. He runs into the local night watchman near the corner of Beaver Lane. They agree to meet up again at 11 and deal with the ghost together. Just after 11, Smith turns a corner on Black Lion Lane. He sees a figure in white. He calls out, no answer. He calls out again, no answer. He fires. The figure is Thomas Millwood, a bricklayer, 29 years old. He is wearing his work clothes, white linen trousers, white flannel waistcoat, and white apron. He has just left his parents' house down the road. He is on his way to meet his wife. That morning, his wife had told him not to wear the white work clothes outside. She was worried people would mistake him for the ghost, and he wore them anyways. And now Thomas Millwood is dead. Francis Smith turns himself in immediately. At the Old Bailey, his defense is simple. I believed I was shooting a ghost. The jury deliberates for an hour. They come back with the verdict of manslaughter. The judge rejects it. He sends them back and tells them, you cannot reduce the charge based on what he believed in his own mind. If he was wrong about a fact, he acted at his peril. You find him guilty of murder or you acquit him entirely. Those are your options. So they came back with murder. Mandatory sentence, death by hanging, body to be dissected. The courtroom erupted in sympathy. The judge himself, the same judge who forced the murder verdict, immediately reported the case to King George III. The king's response arrived before 7 o'clock that same evening. Commuted 1 year of hard labor. They all sighed relief. And then the ghost came forward. An elderly shoemaker named John Grant. His apprentices had been telling his children ghost stories and giving them nightmares. So he put on a tablecloth, went out, and leapt at them on their way home one evening to teach them a lesson. He then apparently kept doing it to other people for months, for kicks and giggles. The authorities had no idea what to charge him with. There is no record that he was ever charged with anything at all, actually. Like, what do you do? A man was convicted of murder and sentenced to death. The ghost that caused it was a tablecloth, and the man in the tablecloth walked free. The legal question at the center of this case, can you be convicted for acting on a genuinely mistaken belief, was not resolved in the British law until 1984, 180 years later. Millwood's sister was there. She witnessed the shooting. She testified that Smith fired immediately after issuing the challenge. No pause. No time for her brother to answer, even if he'd heard. We don't know if Millwood heard him. We don't know if he was about to respond. We don't know why he wore the white clothes that morning when his wife asked him not to. You guys tell me in the comments what you think. And of course, sources are in the notes, and follow me on my podcast as well. The link is in the link tree. And for more stories of twisted and weird history. Thank you for listening.